What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis video. Alright guys, Boss Rush has been an absolute blast. Been loving this because it's easy, it's quick, and we get ourselves a lot of good loot. So I'm going to go ahead and do my actual fight here for Motorball and hopefully get this out of the way quick. One thing I will say, my summons have been like subpar. I've had really good summons some points, and some points I've had really bad summons. So I'm hoping it's been a little bit different for you guys experience-wise. But it's honestly, it's been a breath of fresh air to make this content a little easier in order to get ourselves even more loot through this system. I will say the best part so far has been reliving some of these bosses and having the memories of like how difficult they were back in the day and how much stronger we've grown since then. It's pretty wild to see that. So overall, been having a blast doing this, quite honestly, and I think the game continues to impress in regards to its generosity, because after this we have ourselves another 200 free multis coming up, including more characters we can expect down the line. So very, very excited for that, and I'm having a blast still playing this game. It's rare because like normally what would happen in a lot of these situations is I'd get fairly bored pretty quickly, but because it's Final Fantasy obviously, and because we've been kind of given a lot to do in a short period of time, even though it's the same grind almost every time, it's a different boss. It's kind of been refreshing, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like this game has really done a good job in keeping the hardcore players in, but somewhat of a decent job keeping some of the casuals, right? The casual I think are the problem really at the end of the day. Like a lot of people who are casuals are having a hard time sticking around because either their pulls aren't very good or they're just not getting lucky with some of the game mechanics, and they're just not enjoying the constant grind that this game has to offer. But at the end of the day, I think overall, as somebody who loves Final Fantasy and a fan of the original games, I think this has been a pretty good fan service. Now, I'm very much looking forward to New Year's. We all know that Yuffie is going to be dropping very soon. A lot of us are waiting for her. I've been working on my Glenn quite personally, and I think he's going to be a fantastic addition to any team, especially my physical teams. I can't wait to showcase him and what I've got going for him. I think you guys will actually like the way he looks and what he's all about. But to be honest with you guys, like outside of that, everything else has been going really, really well in this game. I was still having a blast. I thought for sure after a little while I'd kind of be bored, but like I said, this game's been doing a great job keeping me intact and wanting to continue playing every single day. The Bahamut fights are another story though. I will say that has been challenging because I've been trying to do it with random so I can get more blue crystals. The last fight specifically has been a absolute disaster when it comes down to getting people to go with the right builds. I've been trying to like switch to Aerith and stuff, but then the people don't understand how the mechanics work. Like for example, like we'll do the second countdown, and instead of like letting Mega Flare go off so we got a fresh 5 count, people push him to red, he goes Dark Unity, 1 count, we all get killed. Like it happens so many times I kind of gave up on it. So I might actually look towards my Discord and do it with some folks that I've already done it with and just call it a day. Now the cool thing here I will say with these boss rushes is they've been giving us some really cool other material. So we've got Mithril, the last one, 5 of them. Hey, better than nothing, quite honestly. Like right there, you guys can see it. And now we got ourselves this one here. So I can only imagine what else is going to come down the line when it comes down to some of the harder bosses. So we've done Motorball. That's 6 now. We're going to go ahead and grab an exchange. In the next 10 minutes, reset will happen, and we're going to have an opportunity to get ourselves another free multi, which I'm excited to do. I've had, like I said, decent luck here and there, but the extra 240 that they're going to provide us, I think is crazy. Like, I remember when we first started playing this game as free to play, a lot of us thought this was going to be impossible to ever get an OB6 even. It's going to it will take forever. I mean, we're 4 months into the game, and we're getting so many opportunities now to push for OB6 weapons. Some people are even pushing for OB7, 8, 9, and 10. Right there you go. Got a Lucia weapon. Let's see what we got. Hopefully Bald Eagle. Keep adding to that. No, this is the SSR, I think, isn't it? No, I'm the wrong one. See, Bald Eagle, I got one there. Yeah, it's the SSR. That's fine. Whatever. At least it's a 5-star. So yeah, we're getting a lot of other summons for free, and because of that, we're able to push a lot of our weapons. So that makes me very excited. Now, something I did want to do today is I'm going to probably do the brand new dungeon for very hard mode, the Crisis dungeon here, the Sunken Cave. We have, I think Reno is the only one here that's susceptible to ice. I think everyone else, I'm pretty sure, is fire. I could be wrong. Or no, wait, this one is earth. I believe this one was earth, actually. So I have to go and double check to see what the actual setup is for this one. Let me see. I think we have it here. So let's take a look. So we have Scorpion Sentinel, which is ice and thunder. Oh, it's actually mostly thunder and ice. Ice for Reno, fire for the Sagan Prince, and the Gallon Balor also is fire, and Motorball is thunder. So we got 2 thunder or ice, two thunder or 2 ice, and 2 fire. So, I mean, not too shabby, probably doable. This is the team I'm going to probably run it with. Hold on, I'll show you guys in a sec. Just so you guys can kind of see where I'm working with my free-to-play account. Here we go. We're going to probably run it with this team. I'm most likely going to swap this out here for Murasame. And then that should put my Cloud to where he needs to be. Unless I want to push more HP, then I can do that as well. You know what? I'm actually push more HP. Let's do that. And then from here, for Sephiroth, I'm going to go with probably use Winged Edge here, just to give him the ice capacity to do more damage with ice. See, the problem is if I switch to this, look at his HP drop. Like, crazy. It's madness how much HP drops. So I'm going to just keep that there. And we'll go with, yeah, this looks, I mean, we'll switch this out. I mean, ice can stay. Like, I've got a couple things I need to switch out here, obviously. HP-wise, he needs more HP for sure. I could give him a little bit more magic attack. And yeah, maybe let's give more magic attack for now. 6k is not too bad. And then Aerith I've got pretty much set up like I always do. So it looks like we're doing okay here. So I'll probably run it with this team, to be honest, and see if I can beat it. So that'll be the next video you guys will probably see, is me running Sunken Cave at 204. My gosh, I'm actually at 204 already. It's free to play. It's funny, somebody brought this up. Is it hard to relate to my account now as a free to play player? It's a very good question. It kind of is and kind of isn't. And I'm going to say this the best way I can. For those who are brand new and you're working on content, I think one of the things I would recommend you do is go back to my older videos and check out the tactics I use on my free-to-play account then. Because, for example, like I was able to beat Ifrit back in the day with way worse weapons, no power creep at all, at 98k. So if you went back and just looked at some of those videos, you'd still be able to use the same strategy with better utility, better weapons this time around, right? So I don't think it's unrelatable anymore. I think it's just a lot harder to mimic, right? As of now, unless you're a day one player and you've been following me the whole time, then that's a different story. Then you should be either ahead of me because I've been trying to relatively keep myself down further as much as possible, or you should be around the same ballpark in terms of power, right? So for those who are like, hey, Payne, why don't you start a brand new account? Here's the thing. I have to be honest with you guys. I don't have any interest in starting a new account because I did 2 accounts already. I obliterated my pay-to-win account completely. I don't even use it anymore. And I've only been focusing on this free-to-play one. Now, if I were to start a brand new one again, it would be like an infinite cycle of restarting, right? So I don't want to necessarily do that because it'll never end. So for those who are wondering, like, hey, Payne, like, how can I use your strategy guides to my advantage as a new player? Well, I've done beginner guides. You can always go back and take a look at some of the earlier stuff that I did on my free-to-play account. I've always labeled them F2P so people are able to find them. And then you'll be able to essentially take the same strategy, same elements, and similar builds and just work with it. And most of my stuff back then was like 1-star materia, 2-star materia, and very rarely did I have 3-star materia. So I try to keep it as low key as possible. But now you guys can see things are obviously changing around a little bit. Units are becoming stronger, and that's just the name of the game, right? If I eventually have to grow and I can't stay low all the time. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to cover. So there you guys have it, a little bit of boss rush. Free multi coming up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the Sunken Cave, complete it, and I'll show you guys all the boss fights so you guys can kind of follow suit and hopefully get this done and get yourself some more crystals for the upcoming banner, which will probably end up being Yuffie, I hope at least. And plus we got the 240 free summons coming very soon. All right, guys, Payne, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.